Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh and
Jeff
from Mason Grace, and today we thought it'd be fun to take you behind the scenes of the production to our song "Missing."
Okay.
Anticlimactic. Alright, so hey, welcome back to our little studio. This is where we do all of our wonderful things, which is nice because we do everything in-house. We're not big budget artists, but we do get to have a lot of fun with our computer.
Bam.
And our essential oils. And Mr. Starbucks, which was here but is now missing.
In the trash.
Dun, 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 dun. So hey, check this out. Missing's on Spotify, and it's on iTunes already. And there's another version coming out. We're going to be releasing a remix here soon. So make sure you check that out. But for now, this is kind of how we started it. There's a lyric video about me and Tom writing the song already on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to check that out, you can. But that's how the song started. But when it came to production, all started with the drums. And so I sat down and I was thinking kind of like a worship song. And how, like at the end of a worship song is always like full of big, giant, like war-sounding drums. And I think it was actually Jeanette's idea to have big drums like that. But in a worship song, it always starts out real chill. And then might get to it. Whatever. So this is where it started. Fat drums, and I'm actually
Fat.
Can't hear it in this, but along with it there's some cool little chime sounds, some shakers, and some other stuff. But from there I went into making synths. Now synths are like one of my favorite parts of any track, but what's kind of cool about this one is I didn't like have some big plan as to what I wanted. I just sat down in Logic for a while and just started playing with different sounds and like running through them until something actually felt right. So it's kind of neat. Like if I play just the drums and then I add the synths, you can hear this. And then the song develops. That sounds boring right there.
Here it is.
You can hear pieces start to come out. And then over here. Now since we're just we're living in Logic. I'm using all stock Logic sounds actually, nothing outside of Logic. I've got I've just got this like perfect pad going, which is just like a standard pad. I've got this angel voice going. Cloud City. Here comes the bells. Oh, a little piano. All together. Now you can hear that the synths kind of have this like woo, 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 woo. What I did was I did a side chain. So that's pretty cool. So for those of you guys who would have no idea what that is, a side chain is when I take the kick drum, which is just going boom, 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 and I make all the synths shut off basically when the kick drum's hitting. So it just kind of goes, or fade out. So it goes boom, boom, boom. So that's a pretty neat little gimmick.
Yeah.
Neat little gimmick. Jeff, you want to talk about the guitars?
Yeah. We pretty much started with kind of an Evo guitar track, which is another thing that we had done in Magic. Jeanette's big idea. That was really fun and adds this kind of mysterious kind of sound to it. You can hear it. kind of cool little thing going in the background. Whale sounds, you know, that kind of thing. And started with that. We also had like a lead guitar line that's in the intro that's kind of just arpeggiating through some chords. And
let's play that.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's the Evo track.
The whole guitar track.
Oh, you're good. There it is. Kind of spacey, you know. Yeah, and then we also one of Josh's ideas that I thought was really cool and added a lot was this tremolo guitar. And when you have a tremolo guitar, it kind of goes really cool. You can hear. Yeah, so it's all sounds that kind of add a lot of movement and add a lot of feeling and extra dynamics that might not have been there with just some standard chords and stuff. So it's kind of all made a really special bunch of guitar tracks together. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of things, you know, like it would take me like an hour and a half to go through every single little track and everything that we did. But one thing that I think you guys would really enjoy hearing is like when it comes to the mixing and it comes to the production for us, we try to make sure that the whole song tells a story. We read an article from Max Martin, who's always been one of my favorite producers. Go Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears, yeah. Always been one of my favorite producers, and he said in the article, he said a lot of people treat music production like they treat almost like a sloppy story. So it's like they throw 20 characters onto the stage at one time, and you're left trying to figure out who's who and why does anything matter, when movies and stories are a lot more effective if you just kind of introduce one character at a time, sometimes two, right? So just a little bit, get to know one thing, a little bit more, get to know the other, a little bit more, get to know the next. So we really tried approaching it, our production on this song that way, so you can hear when you're listening through. It starts out pretty simple. It's just drums, little guitar track, one synth, right? Which is, I know, more than one character, but what? Verses kicks in. Now we've got Jeanette's beautiful vocal. Halfway through. Did it. Chorus. And here's the Evo. Oops, don't and then Jeff's tremolo guitar.
Yeah.
Which is all cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, so another cool thing that we've got in here, two little secrets that are kind of fun. I picked this technique up making EDM tracks, which is pretty cool, but something that you'll never hear in the track, but if I show you, you'll hear it. It's kind of neat. White noise is something that you can add to these tracks. It just kind of makes the track feel like it's moving all the time, but the natural ear will never hear it, right? So this chorus feels big. Now if I solo that part, ding, boring. It does have a pumper on it to give it some rhythm too, but in the mix, can't hear it. But if I turn it off after I hit play, I'll show you this is off, this is on, right? sounds. You know, when you just like listen to it.
Yeah.
And then there's another little secret. Jeanette read about this little trick reading an article about how Taylor Swift gets her vocals to sound so mysterious. And so we thought, since this song is so mysterious, we should just give it a shot. Jeanette's vocal.
And we're miles out of town,
With the
and
secret.
it all feels so good. You throw your head back laughing, then take off into the woods.
And you can definitely hear that when I turn it off.
Yeah, we turn it off.
You
Yeah.
can tell that it's gone. So you can't hear it, but when I turn it off, you know that it's missing, and it's this right here. Check it.
I'm missing you. Am I just having a moment?
So it's a creepy,
Yep.
evil sounding little Josh whispering in the background. Am I missing this? But when it turns off, the vocal doesn't sound as airy.
Oh, for sure.
So it's kind of a nice little trick that we have in there. Thanks, Jeanette, for finding that. That was cool. Nifty.
Little gem.
Yeah, do we have anything else you wanted to say about this track?
I think those are the main like essential parts, you know.
Yeah, so here's the last chorus.
Am I missing, missing? Am I missing you? Am I missing, missing? Am I missing you? Am I just having a moment, or is this for real?
Alright, y'all. Well, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and please check the song out on Spotify and Apple Music. You will love it.
Yeah.